Hi trader, in this video we're taking a look at the US dollar and where could it go next. Now obviously we've got some dollar data out today. We had the US core PPI and PPI month on month. They actually came in a little bit better than expected, so we saw a rise from 0.2% to 0.3%, and PPIs actually beat forecast, still down but beat forecasts 0.5%, down from 0.7%. Now this is something that we were discussing in a previous video, is that this week the PPI and the CPI data is going to be really important. We do also have the FOMC meeting minutes coming up, so are the Fed discussing if they're going to raise rates further, or they're just going to keep rates at a steady level for longer? We also have that CPI data coming out. Forecast showing a little bit of downside, but what if it misses like the PPI data? So let's go over to the US dollar index. We can see actually the US dollar index did have a little bit of a mixed day today. We've had what I would call a balanced day. A balanced day is when price pretty much just goes sideways for the day. If I go to the hourly time frame, if I just come onto our settings here, and I'm just going to put in the where is it now? Just going to put in the session breaks, click OK. You can see today we've pretty much range between sort of the 106s or 105.95 highs, 105 spot 60 lows, came very close to the 150 spot 50 support, and prices started to just kind of range between that zone. So this is what I would call a balanced day. Now we usually get these type of things ahead of key news events. Now obviously we still have a news event to come in the next 2 hours or so. The FOMC meeting minutes will be out. That could cause some fluctuations in the market. Now, if that CPI misses going into tomorrow in terms of it's a bit more bullish than expected, then we could see the US dollar continue to push to the upside. And I'm going to take a look at Euro US dollar as well to kind of give us an idea of how that could look. Although we've broken through this bullish trendline support, I still think that there's still an option for dollar to be bullish. My opinion on that will change if we close below this recently formed low. If we close below 105.50, I think I will reassess the condition of this particular market. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because obviously, we don't know which way the market is going to go. There's no certainty to tell where the market is going to go. I just see from a fundamental picture at the moment, the data is kind of coming in a little bit hotter than what has been anticipated. We saw obviously the NFP job reports number. We saw the employment figure come in a lot hotter than expected as well. So is that going to force the Fed into hiking once more, even if it is by 10 basis points or so? And if it does, there's potential for dollar to move higher. Don't forget as well, we've had a recent rally in the US 10-year yields. It is coming down to test that 4.5% level, but we were trading above 4.5%, which were these key area of resistance in the past. We're now above that level, which could mean we see the US 10-year up towards the 5% level. And I think if we do make a run for that 5%, then the US dollar index is obviously going to move higher. The dollar's going to get a little bit stronger there. Now, obviously, if you don't always have access to trade the US dollar index as a trading instrument, unless obviously you look into sort of the futures market, so you may want to look at the likes of euro dollar, because it is the pretty much the inverse of what's going on here. Now, euro dollar, very interesting day. We've come up into these previous highs at 1.0620, had a little bit of a reaction here, but look at the 4-hour time frame. Another balanced day being developed at these key highs. You can see I've got some levels just through here of interest, because these are the levels that the price could target if the US dollar starts to get strong again. When am I wrong? So this is the level that I'm talking about for euro dollar. I think if price trades above 106.50, then I'm wrong about this potential move, and I'll have to flip my bias. You have to do that if you want to be in that sort of mindset of where your bias is going to be. So my bias at the moment is still that the dollar is strong. Now, one thing that I was looking at earlier was my monthly TPO chart, and I was looking to see where price is kind of going. So if I just bring this over, if I can, to the screen here, you can see that there was a huge level coming in here around about the 1.0655. It's the edge of this ledge on this monthly chart, and we can see that price has come into that and we've rejected it. So this is another sort of reasoning to why I'm thinking that the dollar could still remain a little bit stronger. I think a break above this 106.70s, like I said earlier, then we're running up towards the 107.30. So that's kind of another thing that I'm looking at here on the euro US dollar price. So we'll see how the market reacts. The FOMC meeting minutes is obviously going to be very important coming up. We've got obviously that CPI data, which I think is going to be huge. I think if we miss core CPI higher, then that's going to be a little bit of a sticking point as well for the Federal Reserve, and they're going to have to maybe take a little bit more action in the upcoming meeting. So that's what I'm looking for there. Obviously, if the US dollar does begin to weaken, then the next target for euro US dollar is this 106.50. A hold here could bring prices back down, but a break above it could see prices go and target the 107.75s or even higher, maybe even towards the 1.08. So hopefully that makes sense. Keep an eye on this dollar index as well. We are finding a little bit of support at the moment, but if we can hold above 105.50, I think that's still fairly bullish, the dollar. If we trade below 105.50, then we have to reassess what we are looking into for the dollar and its potential future for it to move lower. So thanks for watching this video update. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to see some more Forex trading content, and I'll speak to you in the next video.